Here we go. Don Holden here used to work on these planes, the SR-71 Blackbird.
One of the main jobs I had working on these airplanes was removing the nose off of it, because of the HF antenna is part of the nose, and it caused the high pressure, high temperature caused leaks in the pedostatic system. And we would have to take this nose off and repair it and put it back together. So, and a lot of questions are asked about this area right through here called the chine area. This chine area on the airplane produces lift and helps control at very high speeds. So it is, it's very important. One thing on the other side of the airplane, the instruments in the cockpit, that was part of my job also. I was in the instrument shop at Beale, and we took care of all the instrumentation. And right through here, there's a panel that we removed right here. The AIC, Air Inlet Computer, was in this bay right here. That was one of my biggest jobs, was working on the AIC, or the air inlets, and that was one of the big part of the air inlet system was this thing right here. This was called the spike. It moves back 26 inches when the airplane speeds up, and it produces a shock wave right at the mouth of the inlet that slows air down from supersonic to subsonic, because jet engines cannot fly on supersonic air. They have to be subsonic. So there are a whole bunch of sensors, and they've removed, oh, here's still one right here. This little rascal right here is called a PPLM probe, positive pressure limited Mach probe. Helped with the inlet system. And inside the duct there were static ports that helped with the sensors in there, keeping the airplane at the right speed, and it was really a remarkable piece of machinery. Some people have said, was it ahead of its time? It was generations ahead of its time, and still is today. It's the Russians built an airplane that could reach Mach 3.2, but as soon as it landed, it was scrapped because it was ruined. This airplane, its working altitude was 82,000 feet, Mach 3.2, and that's where it worked, and it was just amazing. So, they scrapped the SR-71s for satellites, saying that they were more efficient, but they never got the clarity of the pictures. They never got the quality out of satellites like they got out of this airplane right here, out of these cameras. So it was. And another thing, it always bothered me when I visit a museum and see one of these things shiny. They were not shiny. One flight would burn the paint to a nice matte black, dull in color, and that was part of the camouflage and the heat dispensation for the airplane. So it was
Well, it's an impressive machine.
It was that, and it was an honor to get to work on the thing.
And what year were these things developed?
They were developed in, they carry the tail number 61. This is 617959. Right here, the tail number. They went in the first one flew in 64, I think. That was a A-12. The A-12s were developed before the SR-71, but they're very limited in what they could do. And the SR-71 took over the job because it had a whole wide range of cameras and sensors that they could use, where the A-12 only had one camera, and that was all. So, that's it. That's like I said, for the instrument shop, the inlet system was 90% of what we did, and it was hard work. We worked tirelessly keeping these things in the air. So it was good. It was good. I didn't realize at the time what an honor it was, but later on I learned this thing is special. This airplane is very special. So,
Well, thank you for your service.
you're certainly welcome. I enjoyed my service. I did.
We're here at Eglin Air Force Base at the Armament Museum, the Air Force Armament Museum.